definitely to be one where I feel like Ambesso Orianna or Alistar Orianna might have free reign. There aren't a lot of interrupts to stop those combos from coming in.
Be super unsafe and suspect to a gank from Tarzan's Pantheon, or are they just going to let Kyle and Hope push it in? They proc the full facial passive from
isn't going well.
Yeah, cool. Flash in for Hope.
Whoa!
Wait a minute, Chachi and Foggy just win the 2v2 straight up.
To find Pantheon there, I feel like Tarzan was kind of trying to mind game the W, to not have it be interrupted by or buffered by Ambessa's R. Orianna's up a wee bit, and pressure is there to make sure that Nio can take a clean grub. So this is AL kind of on the back foot, and like this is a 2-threat comp. And for me, I mean, Hope being behind like this early, I think is quite a big deal, Rafa, because it's, you gotta imagine that they want to fight at a Kraken spike if they can get it
For now, and let 369 push in.
I think they're smart to wait for this one. It's a no flash Scion. Pillar
He showed. Okay,
Yeah.
well, there's the pillar, there's the public execution, but he buffers with the unstoppable onslaught. Nigel tries to flash to interrupt it. Just one more auto attack will do the trick, but here comes the Grand Starfall, and the response from Tarzan is just that much greater. Nio now in a world of hurt because he flashed to try to stop Flandra from escaping. That's the all-star jungler coming in to bail out Flandra. See what the decisions come out to be for both squads. Nio does get a chance to secure the grab. They jump onto Cream. He flashes away, but Shanks falls up. Emperor's Divide. Swoop-de-whoop. Good night to Cream. And Nio is now in a position where he has to force the fight onto Shanks. Trades one back. Top Esports bot lane is the first one to the play, but Tarzan blocks all the incoming damage with the empowered Aegis Assault. Hope with the flash and the Arc of Ruin slows down Nio enough for Tarzan to slay him with the Comet Spear. Chachi's the next one to fall. Fongui makes that alive, but anyone's legend are for the better on the play.
Cream, do not walk into that brush. The last time I was casting LPL, I watched Hai Chao walk into that brush in an illegal maneuver. That was also an illegal maneuver from Cream here.
It's a lot of boom boom. I almost thought that we were about to get another boom boom in that bottom side jungle, because that was one of the places that anyone's legend did get pretty much pwned by BLG in their previous series.
Tarzan's close. He's ulting.
Uh-oh, 369 forced to flash away, but here comes the unstoppable onslaught. Does not connect. 369 able to dodge it, but a flash for the mocking shout into the slow. But Fongwei comes in, pumps away Tarzan, and now Flandra might be in danger. He needs to wait for another soul for the shield. The pillar is there. Massive glacial fissure for the knockup from the back line. What's happening on bot side? Hope just beat Jachi in a 1v1 and back to top lane. Now Niall's on the run. Anyone's legend is winning out once again. They lose Flandra, but a price of 1 death for 3 kills. I take that trade all day, every day.
I thought that they were going to have the numbers advantage when Cream was coming in, but Cream got taken down very quickly off the TP. Cream, they're not going to waste their time with the Ambassador, the Trundle. They're going to take down the damage target, and Cream remove him immediately.
Hope's in trouble, still has flash. He uses it, but he's getting flashed up by Nio as well, but he gets away! The peeling and the space provided by the rest of his team allows him to escape. He heals a little bit. Tarzan goes back. Then the shockwave misses onto Tarzan. He finally goes down. But at this point, it's just an anyone's legends fight to win. Triple for Shanks. It's almost looking like a quadra, but Hope picks up the last kill. And this one is looking done and dusted.
I think it's GG. It's 4K gold lead for AL, and no towers have fallen. They can really pressure these towers, get a lot more gold in their pockets, and I don't know what happened to kick off this fight from Top Esports. But, I mean, frankly, looking at a few sloppy fights coming out from Top kind of back to back to back here, Rafa.
Oh my god,
369.
369! Oh no, Flandra. Well, we've hit that point in the matchup where the tank is strong enough to solo kill the split pushing carry top laner. This is not an ideal scenario for Top Esports. This probably is GG.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, I really like how Tarzan pathed to target the Ambessa. I think that taking the Pantheon, that global presence, and just ensuring they can win that 2v2 topside was a big difference maker.
Fight continues. Oh boy, and the tempo taken advantage of by Tarzan with the Grand Starfall completely isolates Fong Yue. Nio cannot get in to bail out his support. It is just anyone's legend. What? Another 1v1? Okay, both kills going down.
That's a nice shutdown for Joshi.
Yeah, 760 gold in the pocket.
I don't really see the angle, like, from the play kicking off where Top can win that outside of Tarzan's on Herald.
What the hell is happening?
As
okay, well,
the chaos continues.
Yep. Welcome to LPL. If this is your first time watching, this is what happens in these games. It's just fighting all the time, every time. Flandra does not go down because he's way too tanky.
And to anyone that watched this team in years past, this was a team that was dictated by Kanavi. He was the one that was running the early game through him, right? So when you get a player like that leaves this team versus the guys that should have learned from Kanavi that have been on this team playing high-level games for the past 2-3 years, and we're just not seeing that from 369 and Korean so far this season.
And it's been the focus of pretty much all of our discussions about top esports every time we come into a series for the day. As 369 in a world of trouble. Good shield on the repudiation, but just not enough to survive the dive. It does open up a window for Nio to secure the 3rd dragon, overall 2nd dragon for top esports, but...
Yeah, this focus on the 369 has been very nice.
Oh, no.
From Tarzan this game. As, bounced off the pillar.
Yep. Unlucky for Nio, and it shreds you so hard, so... Teams have got to be careful when pulling the trigger on it, as Anyone's Legends show enough patience and restraint to not get blasted by it, but it does allow top esports.
Next patch too, because I know we only have today and tomorrow on this patch.
Yep. Flandra getting engaged on with a subjugate. Tarzan jumps onto Nio's face first. Decimating Smash gets another knockup, but it's a follow-up from the rest of top esports trying to barrel on through. Flandra eventually brought down. Kyle with the flash looking for the Glacial Vision onto the back line, but rest of top esports, they've already taken their kill, and the flash from Kyle to dodge the public execution. It could have been another setup for top esports, and took their time to make sure that they could all move in at once so that they didn't get pounced upon by top esports waiting in the river for this dragon fight. But in the end, Anyone's Legend does pick up the dragons. There's just oh, it's so dangerous. Because if you get shredded and then Shanks and Hope just rip you apart, that's not ideal for top esports. I feel like you would just rather try and force Anyone's Legend to start the Baron so that you can capitalize on top of that. But
I think getting 369 gold was the biggest win they could have gotten in that last sequence, and they did so successfully. So top is, oh boy.
Ripping it.
I think Fungiway just based on vision.
It's been spotted, and unfortunately, Nio cannot get into the pit fast enough. Anyone's Legend ripped the Baron when top esports were least expecting it.
Rush basing, and the ward in that red side rush caught him. And I think that's what AL kind of ripped this off of. But man, that's a big mistake. Jockey taking that damage bad.
Remember, he doesn't have boots. I think he already used his Valkyrie. Still holding on to the flash and the barrier. Big shockwave though. Tarzan gets dropped. He's still at the GA. Shanks goes flying in. Good night, Chachi. Shanks has done his job and assassinated the AD carry. A flash from Cream to try and take out Shanks and make a trade. He goes golden. He stalls time, but Cream could be the next on the chopping block, and with a common spear to the head, he goes down in the dirt. Anyone's Legend find the final window, and we'll close out game 1.
Hope was able to get out, keeping 369 down all game. Pays off in the last fight for AL, as 369 could not connect on Hope in the backline. Hope did play that fight out very well. He got low, but he flashed the public execution, able to use the Transcendence to kite enough with the Braum passive to survive. And while that wasn't the case for Jochi on the other side, thanks to Shanks, he's the only one in the gray screen, but he gets his team to win.
Definitely took a while in the mid-game for Anyone's Legend to close the game out off of what we felt like was a distinct advantage.
I feel like Galio makes this game so easy now for AL. It is Cataclysm. It is heroic entrance from Galio. The lockdown's real. The only thing that I'll say is that Merctra is going to feel really good on the side of top esports. Is, you know what Flandra's champion pool was, and how effective it was as well. So see if that can continue to be effective. He's definitely a good Galio player.
Wait a minute. Really good follow-up. Flash Hope. Nicely done. Even after the flash, you cannot dodge an auto attack, Jochi. And first blood comes up huge for Kyle and Hope.
I'm waiting for this to drop because I thought I saw an MF playing against Leona, Varus, Rise, Galio. Okay, we do have Cleanse. That's good, but I mean, I don't really know what to say there, Rafa. There's a lack of barrier, and you're opting into fighting Varus Leona this early. That's not a great strategy.
Oh my god, that was That was too easy for Tarzan and Flandra. I mean, 369 does manage to flash the knockup, but he flashed in range of an empowered auto attack from Galio.
Reassuring for myself as a caster, because I was stuttering, seeing if Jotchi was taking barrier or cleanse, and it just turns out the cleanse was so late that I don't feel bad anymore. Okay, that goes sideways. Dive in. Good night.
Wow.
Yep.
2-man knockup, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Fong Yue.
What do we see early on? Tarzan's been getting very active on the map. Shanks is able to join him for the bot roam too. I really think that Akali, like, it doesn't give you much agency at all out of the mid lane. It's really tough to reach poke Varus with anything, but
Flipping and seeing and hoping for the best. And Tarzan's gonna revisit bot lane. Cleanse is available for Jotchi, but you cannot cleanse a knockup. Does cleanse the stun, but that just makes it easier for Tarzan to lay down the CC. Kyle takes up the turret aggro beautifully, and it's now 2 kills for Hope total on the Varus. On this grub pit, Nio does secure 1 with the smite, but the Cyclone does buy some time. Tarzan deciding whether he wants to flash out of the pit or not. Equalizer comes through, and Tarzan ends up going down swinging. Wait a minute. Can Cream pop off here? Realm Warp is used to reposition Shanks out of danger. Flandra didn't go through. What? How'd that happen?
All right, we're
Cream's
back.
about to get a triple kill right here.
The game's
Top
back.
Esports.
Woo.
They might be back in the game.
The same likes that we saw Shanks really capitalize off that loss and fuel him to have a much better year and stronger year compared to Cream. So we'll see that this game Cream can take this lead on a specialty pick of his and find the win. Is currently this Dragon is going to be given away by AL. Top Esports, they had all the control. They have the strength right now, and AL going to go find luck elsewhere.
Mid jungle advantage. Wukong being on that Trinity Force, Gunblade for Cream. It's a scary prospect, and Hope, he has Flash, but the Chain of Corruptions does not really work out in the end.
Yeah.
And, nicely done by Nio to be able to get over that ultimate. Tier 2 boots cited for both the jungle and the ADC. Top Esports are already trying to assemble position for this Rift Herald fight 30 seconds before it starts up, but they're looking for Fong Yue first, and Nio just says, I'm sorry, friend, I cannot bail you out. Tarzan already pressuring Jotchi out of the pit, but they don't finish off Fong Yue, so he escapes. The only person that they chunked out... Yeah, they only chunked out Fong Yue, but everyone else is pretty healthy to look for the play. It does force out the TP from Flandra. Nio brings it to 3K. They're looking for 369 on the left side. Nio's forced out of the pit. The bullet, what? He still secured the Rift Herald over the wall. That's crazy. Top Esports now looking for the re-engage. Equalizer forces anyone's legend to split up. Tarzan flashing after Cream, trying to finish off the Akali in the back line. Fong Yue, can he stop him from getting on top of Cream? He backs away for now. 369 steps up, turns on the Jets. Jotchi getting assassinated on the right side from Shanks' rise. But the rest of Top Esports are starting to corral. They want to be able to fight through their way on the front line, but Shanks collapsing in forces Top Esports to retreat. 369 getting slowed now, and the rest of Anyone's Legend can finally run him down with arrows in the back. Anyone's Legend, it was a weird fight. They're going to continue the play. The taunt does not connect, but it sets up Hope to find a triple. Can he get more? The turret aggro is ramping up, so Anyone's Legend dropping for now.
Yeah, I mean, Top Esports they got baited in too far again here. They split up, and this fight was all AL. But I really feel like the engage from Kyle picking the top side punished a poor setup for top, because they had MF only in a position to ult the objective. After that, Jotchi couldn't play out the fight from there, just given the positioning of his teammates and how AL went in. So I think that was a big setup flood from TES.
And they're for different purposes. Like you said, 2 of them were used to either get out of the pit or just to finish off the objective. And now we have another fight on this top left side. Nio already spinning, trying to win the fight. Shanks is getting brought super low. Cream dashes in for the perfect execution, but already missed. Gets Rune prisoned up. Bullet time starting to rip through. Kyle totally isolated. Tarzan and Shanks are forced to bail. And this time it's Top Esports that come up swinging.
Him there because of the collapse from top. Very well played.
Gonna look for a collapse though. 369, no flash available, so Tarzan sends it for an immediate cataclysm into the full combo of both of his solo laners to follow up on top.
Cream is basing. Wonder where he's going to TP to on his way back. Is Fondre going to join the team now? I don't love... Top Esports just gave away a lot of space there with Cream arriving late. I think that Cream is going to have to go all the way around now to find a flank.
Fong Yue, flashback to Storm, looking in, equalizer right over the top, but Hope is out of the death zone there. Third Dragon goes over the top, esports, but here's the heroic entrance in the Cataclysm. Cream looking for the backline right now. Kyle getting brought insanely low. Hope is being bought space, but Nio flashes in, tries to give him a couple more bonk sticks, and the rest of Anyone's Legend are just going to sacrifice Hope to the win. They're going to look for the next play onto Jachi instead, but Tarzan too low, can't sustain with the Sundered Sky procs, and Shanks just cannot supply the damage to follow up on the play. Top Esports win big in the Dragon River. Not be successfully taken. I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it is strange that Anyone's Legend has fallen victim to it now twice. Uh-oh, another combo. Jachi rips, and Kyle is trying to get away from now. Tarzan immediately turns on to Cream, but the perfect execution gets out of the Cataclysm, deletes Kyle, and Shanks is the next one to fall, and Cream is A-okay to walk out of the fight. Top Esports still rocking with all 5, and they're going to try their luck at this Baron.
I really think that when AL looks at this game again, they're going to want to look at that grub fight and how they threw this one away. Because they had this game snowballing in their favor with a lot of momentum. I think that once Top got that foothold, I mean, Top played this one out well. Cream, good comeback game this time around, and Nio's had a really solid game, Rafa. This has been a really good look for Nio.
He has managed to stay alive in every near-death encounter this game so far. That's the Baron secured for Top Esports.
It's been very nice, straightforward, and sound for Top Esports in game 2. We're going to catch up, and he's going to fall.
Oh, no. The Romor from Shanks push in all of these side lanes and have full control of this bottom side jungle. Tarzan looking for it.
Okay.
Cataclysm right onto Nio, but he just clone dashes out of it. Here comes a response TP with Cream. Nio spinning with the Cyclone. Cream immediately looks for the backline. Shuriken does not quite connect, but he looks for Flandra instead anyway, as well as Kyle. And both of the frontline members for Anyone's Legend are gone. Top Esports going to take this opportunity to push in, open up the base. Not sure if they're going to try to go for the game end, but they have a free window to look at the Mountain Soul if they want to afterwards. But look at this, Matt. They want to push. They want to go all the way for the end. Found Fong Yue. Flash Magnet Storm finds Hope. And this could just be it.
GG's.
Top Esports looking for the win with all 5 pushing in. Game 3 is on the horizon, folks. And it's Top Esports pushing Anyone's Legend to the brink. Kyle comes back from the grave, tries to save the game, but Tarzan gets dropped alongside the rest of them. GG, well played. We're going to game 3.
Really nice game from Fong Yue, who I think for me is probably the Pog.
Impressive performance from Nio in the face of Tarzan in game 2. They are giving him the keys to the kingdom and saying, Nio, we trust you. Go big, king. Let's see how well you can ruin Tarzan. The presence of Nio here. But this could be a smite fight. Yep. Watch for 600. 800, he dashes in. Tarzan wins the flip, and now Nio's in a world of trouble. Nio, even if he flashes away, I don't think he gets out alive. The flashback in? No way, they win it! Oh my goodness, Nio, with the help of Cream, turned the 2v1, and that's first blood for the Viego. Now 2v2 all in. Fong Yue flashes over the grand entrance. Kyle's about to get dropped by Jachi, but not before Hope is able to take a bite out of Fong Yue's health bar. Jachi with purple and blue guns isn't enough to overturn the fight. Hope with the barrier, looks for one more boomerang play, barely misses, but one more on attack gets the job done.
Jachi went ghost, so no access to barrier might have been the difference in that 2v2.
Looking for Hope right now. They know he does not have flash. They proc the spell shield early so that Viego's stun could connect, but they don't have enough damage to follow up on the play. And Tarzan committed to the dragon, secures it, and now he's ready to turn the fight if necessary. Cream forced to use the scatter of the week just to keep Shanks at bay.
OPL stealing the classic Kevin Garnett phrase, anything is possible, for this year's
Holy 369 with the preemptive flash.
That was not good.
Yeah. Flandra says, okay, you pop flash
but we're setting up for die.
But Nio now is in the wings, and Flandra does not have ulti, so he's going to have to time this flash perfectly on the W. Goes invisible with the W. The patience, not enough, but Kyle's here to turn the play. Oh boy, Nio comes up tails. and he might be flipping burgers if he gets run down by the rest of anyone's legend here. Shanks pops the ghost. He's ready to run down this Viego and ruin this king. He goes back in, tries to turn it for a reset, but it ain't happening anytime soon.
Fengyue, and it would have meant a big double advantage for Tarzan while he was up there, but he was staying committed to clearing bot to top. So they're going to drop the Grubs. I don't think that Grubs are... They're going to focus on the Dragon. I think that given the timers that we have now, I'd be a little bit surprised if top does contest this Dragon coming up. See, Shanks was able to step out of that Q coming in after the scatter. And the move speed buffs that he gets, like the percentage scaling, it's quite significant. I think that's why he won Ghost probably too.
Tarzan does secure it, but look at this. Trinity Force available for Nio. The first reset is going to come in soon. He can get a chance to possess the Xin Zhao. Jotchi tries to run him down, looks for the Gravitum setup, looking for Kyle next. Heartbreaker comes in. That's 2 for Nio. And even though anyone's legend get the Dragon, they play to the strength of their Trinity Force spike, and Nio delivers. This composition is built to let Nio thrive. And now he's found hope. With no summoner spells, this should be an easy pickup. One more, breather of the Ruin King, but Tarzan flashes in, but the rest of Top Esports are ready to bail him out, and now Tarzan has overcommitted. Top Esports are starting to run away with the game.
That was a risky one from Tarzan. I didn't exactly see how that play initially was set up, but going in to save your AD there, I mean, Tarzan gave away his life trying to save Hope. And that lead that Hope had where he was up with the 2 early kills, it's gone completely to the wayside. That's another kill, by the way. Kyle probably going to go down. Jotchi. Ooh, okay. Lock comes in. Shield. Yeah, Jotchi was not able to chase. Had red-white. Do not fight tag was up. Uses that to melt the turret. 369 in his 701st game in his LPL career. On his classic Renekton. His job's to hold the line this game, Rafa. And he's going to be behind a little bit, but I still think he can do so.
It was something that wasn't aware of, but it's all good. Top Esports pushing in through the top tier 1 turret. Anyone's legend do get a chance to at least break a turret on the bottom side of the map here. Does make things even more difficult for anyone's legend. They are still down 3,000 gold. Nio will not get a chance to yoink this big chicken nugget away from Tarzan.
Saber are probably my 2 really big moments. I will say that giving away soul point to AL with a Cassio Saber comp, I find to be quite dangerous.
Nio, you're gonna have the heartbreak, but he still gets charmed by the quickness, forced to flash away.
It's not even a gamble though. I didn't get anything for it, you know? Like it's just an L.
Yeah. Anyone's legend now have a solid win condition to play for in the next 4 minutes. Meanwhile, 369 in the 1v2 was trying to engage on the Flandra. Double slice and dice away, but Tarzan has the audacious charge to flash for 369. Not sure how he was getting out of that play anytime soon. Rest of Top Esports, at least cross map, looking for the tier 1 turret, but
the patches in 2 days. So that's fine.
Okay.
It beats the gotcha ads. Oh.
Oh! Flandra clipped by a nice scout of the week from Cream. Yeah, good night to the... that was vision control. They're dashing onto Cream. He already lost the Edge Veil, or the Banshees. Forced to flash away. What could have been a collapse from anyone's legend?
A Dragon Soul might be spawning, but given the real estate of bot jungle and the economy of this game, they're late on this, and AL is going to be able to hit it.
369 forced to TP, even though he wasn't even that far away. He just needs to be here for the play. Dredge line goes wide. Good use of miasma from Shanks to keep space right now. A lot of ultimates being exchanged at the moment. Quickness to hold the line. All 3 members get charmed. The first reset does not go through. Nio cannot get into the pit. And it's looking like anyone's legends fight to run. Nio forced to bail. Nobody drops from anyone's legend. I see the facepalm from Cubby in my monitor. And you know just exactly how this fight went down.
We're talking about how that you should be enabled to fight this dragon. And top deployed everyone on the top side, gave up control for AL for the embankment rush, and then the fight like on the way in. I mean, keep in mind they have the lead. I think that the trigger that Fengyue pulled on Kyle was A, wrong, and B, Kyle played and baited this one beautifully. When we get the replay, I want you guys to look at Kyle, but the fact that top didn't invest into actually controlling that side of the map is a fundamental issue that Kanavi would have never allowed, all right? And they need to figure out this one. The new Baron Feet theme that we used to have.
There's a snake in my boot.
You know,
I didn't.
I think Toy Story is probably a top 3 trilogy of all time. Like,
True.
in
Any
our
truers in chat?
those 3 movies are so good.
Yep. Not a single miss.
No, well,
But now-
unless Toy Story 4. I'm with Quentin. I stopped
that
watching.
doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Stop watching.
Anyway, Flandre gonna lead the charge alongside Kyle with the quickness.
That's
First one is the target on to Fong Yue, and poor Cream is forced to flash away. Tarzan picks up 2 in an instant, and the rest of Top Esports, this reset composition, the fantasy for Nio is starting to crumble, just like his late wife, and unfortunately for anyone's, or Top Esports, oh, man, that was a little dark.
Oh, we may not be able to cast again after this one, Rafa. It's bad.
It's lore. Hang on. It's Fiego lore. It's Fiego lore.
Quite heavily. No, we don't usually talk about Renekton scaling, but yeah, it's pretty tough to walk in here for Top Esports. I really like the formation that AL has right now, with Hope and Shanks kind of bouncing back and forth. They don't need to pull or risk this Elder. They win out in the poke war. They just need to not have engages. Or not have a clean engage come in against like full top.
Oh, they're looking right onto Cream as he steps up. They know that he didn't have flash from the prior siege. And good night to Cream. Anyone's legend, blow him up. And the rest of the Pandas are on the victory march. 369, the last member standing. But he's not going to be enough to defend this base from crumbling.
That was a beautiful engage from AL. Wraps up a 2-1 series for them. Top Esports. I think we honestly saw the best series so far from Nio and Fong Yue. Even if it's not a win, I actually can see some positives taken away from this series for Top Esports. But AL, better team on the deck.
369, one last Hail Mary just to try and clear the wave, but anyone's legend are going to push on anyway. Fong Yue back from the grave, gets sent back to it just as quickly. The Nexus turrets fall, and anyone's legend will take the series 2-1 against Top Esports.
Safe in the threat of Junjie and Hongqiu. My concern for this, though, as we round out the composition for JDG with a Leona, is on Waybo's side. I'm concerned how they're going to get through this Cassante. We highlighted that.
Or make an impact once you hit level 6 or whatever objective fight is upcoming. JJ sprinting down to the bottom lane here, so we're going to go in on Elk. But he still has both summoners, and now we're waiting for a turnaround here. JJ lying in wait, flash from Vampire, and the chase is on. He is not going to be able to peel everything off here. The root is there. One more auto attack will do it. It's first blood to JJ. As Junja for the play on the other side, but with summoners up, he'll think better of.
We're battling with death down here, which honestly I'm okay with seeing. Definitely a nice change of pace where we're battling and trying to make sure that both of our sides are in trouble. And
here we go. The curtain call. We're going to target out Vampire first. He's low and forced away. Are we going to wait or are we going to look for Gali? He's sitting in the alcove. Last shot coming through.
Oh no!
And Gala flashed into it. Disaster strikes, and Vampire knows that his goose is cooked. A double kill on the bottom lane for Elk.
And we were talking in the pre-show, the solo lanes have been the problem for Waybo, but Elk and Erha have pathing areas that a jungler will take, but that minions won't. So through bushes, for example, on entrances to lanes, does a very good job at actually making sure that you are a little bit safer from ganks.
Dragon going to be started up by Waybo Gaming. Meanwhile, up on the top side, Junja is going to take out the no worse for wear, all things considered.
Can't win them all.
3-0 kill lead, 1,000 gold lead to Xiaohu is going to be able to scoop him up, and the play is made onto Hongqiu. Well played from the Waybo mid support duo.
And they are rolling through JDG in this early game, now looking to overextend maybe a little bit.
Yeah, and there's a Cataclysm, and Jinja's got no flash to get out. So he gives his life over. Junja gets his first.
Yeah, fully channeled. First items picked up across the board here outside of a teleport play from Zika, who doesn't have that Liandry's finish. They're looking for Hongqiu on entrance.
Okay, he'll flash at him. Emperor's Divide coming out fairly late. Yeah,
this means that they can Cataclysm.
We're seeing TP come in here for Xiaoshu. 2,000 HP on this dragon. Who wants it? JJ standing around and is able to secure it with a smite steal, and now the fight's gonna break out. Xiaoshu soaking up a lot of that damage that we were talking about, and there's a good equalizer. It means that nobody can really get out. There's that bullet time, but it's not touching Elk. Vampire's in big trouble. JJ chasing after him, and now Gala's stuck in the back of the pit. He does have his flash available, and the snipe is there. Junja goes in, Xiaoshu goes in, everybody on Waybo goes into the pit, and everybody in JDG dies in the pit. Xiaoshu, the realm warp out. They couldn't interrupt Hongq. It's still a big win for Waybo, 3 for 1. This Rift Herald, clear out some vision first, and now finally started up.
Oh. Oh, whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, wait, now we're just going here. Knock him straight up in the air, and it ends up working out for Waybo. I didn't like it, but it worked.
This game gets particularly worse for them as they move later on into this game. Very happy that they found this early lead, and with 2 dragons at their back, with this Rift Herald going their way as well, there's nothing particularly that isn't going in their favor. Gala working his way towards a collect. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I guess not.
I think that they know that they're going to lose out. Zika weak side kinging up on this top lane. Now he does have that TP, so...
And it's so hard for JDG to kind of play this out, right? Obviously, you've got the late game power of the Rise, but this is a composition with this Leona Misfortune Vi that wants to fight early, and any potential fight that you're afraid to take because you're so far behind.
Combo not going to be too great. Looks like Waybo feeling like the team that don't want to fight for this, but TP comes in maybe a little late here.
Joshua still has this big shield. I don't think we're going to see a steal here, and we won't, but are we going to get a fight? Xiao wants to get it. Big knockums, bullet time over the top. It's big damage. Xiao trying to keep everybody away. Desperately trying to run, but a fall. JJ goes in and goes out. There's this curtain call. Just trying to keep JDG away for the moment. JDG get the dragon and get a kill. Really coming up huge in that fight. I feel like this is much ado about nothing, but we'll see. As they are doing some serious damage to Xiaoshu here. He's forced to all out. He doesn't have any assistance coming from any friends, but he's saying maybe I could just do this myself. Good damage coming in onto JJ, but the last knockup is there, and Zika gets the kill.
They've made their peace with the fact that they're going to find this top tier 1 turret, but nobody's responding on this bot side to Zika, who's now got a lot of alone time with a tier 2 turret down on that bot side. And it makes their lives incredibly difficult, and Gala in particular trying to rip through any top laner on this MF, going to struggle until that IE is finished.
We're going to look for Vampire here, and then we're going to be able to take him out. It's Elk picking up kill number 5. Just a missed position there. We're flashing after Gala. Equalizer's on his head. The curtain call is curtains for Gala. 2 kills for Waybo Gaming, and they're pinging the Baron.
Yeah, I asked for a little bit of magic. Unfortunately, not on the cards for them, as now Waybo Gaming are going to be able to take this Baron without too much consequence. Yes, Junjia has got his life and does have a smite charge ready. We're trying to get into this pit through Nautilus, through an Azir wall. Should not be possible. Even taking these cones down as well. Let's see how well can Junjia make his way in. Hongq could realm warp him in, but that is a one-way trip if I ever saw one.
Urha's kiting back. They have some damage here. Storm Warp coming in, and it's just a little bit too late. Down you go, Vi. Hook going down onto Hongq. He's desperate to try to find a way out, but he'll find only death. A double kill for Elk, the former BLG 80 carry. Many have doubted, is he that good? He is that guy.
They're playing up against 3 kills that have been picked up by JDG. There you have no gold, they've got no funds in this game, and screen it's just JJ jump in, find the Cataclysm, equalizer over the top, and that 3-level advantage for Zika as well is going to feel all too good.
Candy to be cashed in on. God, the dopamine hit when you hit a fully candied up turret is real good. Here's Junja on the side, looking for Elk. He's forced to flash away, but the peel is there. Ooh. Junja goes down.
I mean, you have to go for those Hail Marys, but it's just so difficult at this stage to really think that you can get anything from these spots, as maybe Zika a little bit too far forward. No engage from Vampire there means that he's able to escape, but they're just laying waste to all the structures, all the turrets, and Waybo Gaming, not necessarily a victory march just yet, but feeling pretty confident, pretty happy with where they are.
It's pretty damn close, Rudun, as that middle inhibitor turret and inhibitor will go down. It's a 10k gold lead for Waybo Gaming. The 1-3 Waybo Gaming, who have looked hapless in their last 3 matches. This is the team that we expected them to be. All business here in game 1 against JDG. 2 inhibitors down, and they'll walk it out. up in this top side now.
Good thing for JDG is that they've been able to push out this bot wave very, very far using Hongyu. Now, he's going to have to base before this third inhibitor falls. But I think that's going to, you know, cost him a little bit of time here. He tried to recall in the face of some minions, which has then stopped his recall. He's now decided to push another wave because, listen, go, guys, what on earth are we doing? Why did we not just end through top on that first Baron? And maybe they'll have a good answer. Maybe they won't. There isn't particularly one that's there. GA on Jidja, so he's probably fine.
They interrupted the knock-up there. JJ is going to go down. There's an ultimate on the backside. There's that bullet time, forcing Elk away. JJ back up. Now we're warping in. JDG say, hey, this is our chance, but they're immediately denied by Xiaohu. Waybo Gaming gonna pick off a couple more members here. Well done by the maligned Waybo mid laner. Slamming the door shut on JDG. Game 1 to Waybo.
The redemption for Xiaohu. He's got a lot of work to do to right the wrongs of the entire split, but that is going to be a surefire way to put him back in the Waybo fans' good graces. Top side, obviously, in a previous series, had a mammoth performance up against Anyone's Legend, almost single-handedly turning that game back in their favor. In this same matchup, so there's definitely an opportunity there. Play from Erha. He just hiding in the try.
Gala's got no idea.
Yeah, this is not a red side, Alistair.
Yeah, Gala's gonna find out real quick. Knocked up and punted back into the rest of the squad.
Oh no!
Oh, he fails the flash too, and it's first blood to JJ.
And all three of them, I would imagine, without any contest, it looks like, as he's not really having too much problems, not having any contest. And for Waybo Gaming, again, this Jax is a champion that we've seen already so far this split. Be able to take these structures incredibly quickly. Yeah, Drake as a form of interruption as well, definitely not something that we would look to see. But a nice little pickup overall, and now that Dragon being started, JDG need this.
Erha is not close yet. There's that Keeper's Verdict with the Dragon secured, and now we're going to be able to blow up Vampire, so they're going to trade out a kill for the support of JDG.
That connects, pretty sure Honkyu's just dead to rights, but the Mech Tread's giving him a little bit of safety as well, a little bit of tenacity versus this.
They're walking up. Vampire, though, not able to land the charm on the multiple members here. JJ punts a man out, but here comes Hongyu. Good sidestep, but I don't think it's going to matter. Pelted with rocks, and it's going to be a kill going over to Hongyu. First of the game for JDG, 16 minutes in.
Honestly, feeling very slow, very methodical, but not necessarily in a good way, I want to say. This game, maybe they're okay because they know that they've got this massive scaling advantage with the Sivir, but would like to see them try and take a little bit more, or makes that problem a little bit less so. But you can see Zika here, if he's able to stack up this wave and Xiaoshu's not able to really get anything down on this, I expect, yeah, this turret is just going to fall. And Zika's already level 15. It's 20 minutes into the game, not even, and he's almost level 15, which is wild.
Yeah, there's just been no disruption for these top laners in this game. So Zika, again, he did big things on the Jax in the first series of the year. Here's this Weaver's Wall coming through. It does not block Shelly. Another miscue from JDG.
Now the pieces, the dominoes are starting to fall for JDG, and they don't really look like they've got any stopping power in this. Their engaged threats are neutralized by Jidja and Aha here on this Alistair. Their ability to disengage is too great, and now Elk
is actually progressing the game for them.
Correct. They're going to take this tier 1 turret, which is a little bit of gold in their back pocket. So 130 gold for Hongyu. He's able to, on the map, well, it's more free time for Zika. 255 CS, 22 minutes in. He's able to take that structure without particularly thoughts about what they're going to do this game, and they're just losing.
Head empty, only do cardio. That's what it feels like a lot of the JDG members are doing. They're just running around the map. I mean, JJ just gets to walk up with reckless abandon. Now we're going to try to make a play on this bot side here, but Hongyu has to flash over the wall. An ill-fated ultimate means that Zika will eat him alive, and he gets a double kill for himself. Waybo have taken aggressive Baron looks when up one member. They're up 2 now. This is going to be very, very difficult for Junja to try and do anything here. He is going to be able to hop over the wall. Vampire's just going to kind of run distraction here. Exhaust goes down onto Arha. Vampire down to half HP as the Baron continues to be done. But look at Zika. He's looking to shove out Junja here. There's the Cyclone for the knock-up.
Oh,
Chains
goodbye.
lands as well, but he went golden, and Gala mistimes his arrow. It's Waybo Gaming picking up this Baron.
Yeah, you can't get into Baron versus Poppy and after the fact as well. And you know, maybe a minute and maybe 2 minutes ago here, Yanni, the top lane item disparity was not too measurable. However, now we are literally a full item in terms of those differences. A Zhonya versus a longsword is...
Yeah, it's been something that we've noticed throughout the new season so far. It's taking 2 Barons to end the game. The first one usually gets your foot in the door, and the second one typically closes out the game. Shouldn't have too much trouble closing this out with your late game carries up 2,500 gold each, essentially. We'll see if JDG are able to mount any sort of defense here. We're going to go all in on the Elk here. We got his Ignite out, or we got the Ignite out from Vampire. We used his ultimate.
A win for the time being for JDG, but the second that gets picked up, I mean, this Sivir is just going to be an absolute fiend. Xiaohu should be able to ulti this out.
Stuck in a 2v1, and he's not able to escape in time. Well played there by JDG, and a re-engage coming through. But there's not enough Waybo members here. Airhop popping that ultimate, runs away, but look at what's happening on the bottom side. Waybo stretching the map well.
I'd like to think that they should still look, right? Let's go 4v3,
oh,
and
no!
Vampire gets caught on the flip side of the map. Now Dieja and Elk going to be this 2-man band, bash throwing their way through the topside jungle. Looking for this top tier 2 turret. They've already taken the bot lane inhibitor. Zika, wherever he goes, he's just an absolute menace. He's 2-0-0, not particularly the greatest scoreline, but his threat in this game is just massive. Look at the damage, no
there.
Infinity Edge.
Yeah. It's so crazy, man. I mean, Sivir is just a champion that just gets to do that. It's so difficult because if you can't play next to the wave, you can't really defend anything. I mean, Elk and Jeje are just marching in right now. We're getting a teleport in here from Xiaohu to continue this Baron up push here. Baron about to wear off, but I don't think it's going to matter all that much. There's not a damn thing that JDG can do about it. Waybo Gaming walk in. They're going to take another turret in the base. Question is, will they look for the inhibitor?
I think they can. I mean, Zika needs to be able to by Dieja to get out to safety, but that was really their one window to try and make something happen, and unfortunately they just weren't able to do it. Koenig now picked up for Dieja, not really putting any stock on Gala as a threat, which, I mean, this game I'm not against, because it's a lethality virus and you've got a lot of HP. Likelihood is he's not going to be too dangerous. No flash out.
Yeah, we're attacking him again, and this time,
oh, Poppy!
The Keeper's verdict denies it. Elk will eventually fall, but not before Waybo Gaming get a lick back, and yeah, Zik is just on this backside, causing a bunch of problems. He's got a double kill for himself, and he's looking to walk down Junja here. He'll find him as well as Xiaohu's around. The turret not really going to be able to help the cause out too much. Junja's stuck on an island right now.
Yeah, he's able to barely limp his way out to safety. Deadman's Plate not quite going to be enough.
And they're just bringing the Nexus turrets.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bot wave for them, and with the Jax in their back pocket, Waybo are probably just going to take this game, take this series, and Xiaohu going to have to try and defend it.
Is he going to use his Grim Deliverance? We haven't seen it yet. I think it's just too late at this point. Nexus exposed, and now they're going to be the ones to turn around. Zika going golden. Knock up onto Xiaohu. Some Xiaoshu on Xiaohu violence, but no kills in it. And Waybo Gaming slowly bleed out JDG, as you called out, a 2-0 series victory, improving to 2-3.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.